What if I told you your credit card is not helping you build wealth? It's quietly keeping you broke? Not because of interest rates, not because of late fees, but because of a trap almost nobody talks about. And the worst part? You're probably inside it right now. Meet Jake. Jake is smart. He has a decent job. He makes around $60,000 a year. He doesn't overspend. He doesn't party every weekend. He's not reckless with money. And yet, at the end of every single month, his bank account is almost empty. Here's the confusing part. Jake always pays his credit card bill on time. No missed payments. No interest. No debt piling up. So, where is his money going? Most people think credit cards are dangerous because of interest. But Jake doesn't even pay interest. He pays everything in full. He does exactly what financial advice tells him to do. So logically, he should be winning. But he's not. Because Jake is stuck in a trap that looks like smart behavior, but is actually costing him thousands every year. This trap has a name: the delayed pain illusion. Here's how it works. When you use cash or a debit card, you feel the pain immediately. You see your balance drop. You feel that small hesitation, that tiny moment where your brain asks, "Do I really need this?" That feeling is important. It protects you. But with a credit card, that feeling disappears. You swipe, you smile, and you walk away. No immediate consequence, no visible loss, no emotional resistance. Your brain thinks nothing happened, and that tiny delay changes everything, because your brain is wired to avoid pain. So when there's no immediate pain, you naturally spend more without realizing it. In fact, studies have shown that people spend significantly more when using credit cards compared to cash, not because they're irresponsible, but because their brain never gets the signal to stop. Now let's go back to Jake. One day, Jake decides to check his yearly expenses. Not just his bills, everything. What he finds shocks him. He spent over $3,000 on food delivery, almost $2,000 on random online shopping, and more than $1,000 on subscriptions he barely even remembers signing up for. None of these purchases felt expensive in the moment, because each one was small: $15 here, $25 there, maybe $40 on a treat after a long day. Individually, they felt harmless, but together, they quietly drained his income, and Jake never felt it happening. That's the danger. This isn't about big mistakes, it's about invisible ones, the kind that don't hurt right away, so they keep repeating. And Jake isn't alone. Millions of people are doing the exact same thing every day. They believe they are financially responsible because they pay their bills on time. They don't carry debt. They follow the rules, but they're still stuck because they're leaking money in ways they can't feel. Now, here's the part nobody tells you. Credit card companies actually love customers like Jake, not the ones drowning in debt, not the ones missing payments, but the ones who pay on time every single month and keep spending. Because every time you swipe your card, the business you're buying from pays a small fee to the credit card company. That means the more you spend, the more they earn. They don't need you to fail. They just need you to keep using the card. And the delayed pain illusion makes sure you do exactly that. Over time, something even more dangerous starts to happen. Your lifestyle quietly expands. You start ordering food more often because it's easy. You upgrade small things because it's just a little more. You say yes to convenience again and again. Nothing feels extreme, nothing feels irresponsible, but slowly, your normal changes, and once your lifestyle goes up, it almost never comes back down. Now Jake is in a strange position. He's not in debt. He's not struggling to survive, but he's not moving forward either. He's stuck. Every raise he gets disappears into slightly higher spending. Every month feels the same, and deep down, he knows something isn't right. One day, he asks himself a simple question: if I'm doing everything right, why am I not getting ahead? And that's when it clicks. It's not the big purchases, it's not interest, it's not even debt. It's the small, invisible spending caused by the lack of pain. So Jake decides to experiment. He doesn't cut his credit card completely. He doesn't do anything extreme. He just makes one small change. For daily expenses like food, shopping, and subscriptions, he starts using his debit card, and he keeps his credit card only for planned, intentional purchases. Something interesting happens almost immediately. He starts noticing prices again. He hesitates before clicking buy now. He questions whether he actually needs things. That tiny feeling of friction comes back, and that friction changes his behavior. Within a few weeks, his spending drops, not drastically, but consistently. Within 3 months, he saves an extra $500 without earning more money, without sacrificing his happiness, just by reconnecting with his spending. Here's the truth: credit cards are not evil. They can be useful tools when used correctly, but they are designed to make spending feel easy and painless, and when spending feels painless, you do more of it. The real danger is not the interest rate, it's the disconnect between action and consequence. Because when you stop feeling your money leaving, you stop controlling where it goes. So the next time you reach for your credit card, pause for a second. Ask yourself one simple question: would I still buy this if I had to pay cash right now? If the answer is no, then it's not a smart purchase. It's an emotional one. And those are the ones that quietly destroy your finances. Because the most dangerous financial traps don't look like mistakes. They look like convenience. They feel normal. They feel harmless. Until one day, you realize they've been holding you back the entire time. And by then, thousands of dollars are already gone. And here's something most people never realize: it's not about how big your purchases are. It's about how often you say yes to things that don't really matter, because every small yes is a hidden no to something bigger. That dinner you didn't need, that late night order, that random upgrade. They don't just cost you money, they cost you options. Think about it. Every dollar you spend today is a dollar that could have worked for you tomorrow, invested, saved, or giving you freedom. But when your spending is invisible, your future becomes invisible too. And that's the real trap. Not debt, not interest, but the slow disappearance of your financial freedom. Because nobody wakes up one day and decides to stay broke. It happens quietly, through habits that feel normal, decisions that feel small, and systems designed to keep you comfortable. So if you really want to escape this, don't just focus on earning more, focus on feeling more. Feeling your spending, feeling your decisions, being aware of where your money actually goes. Because awareness is what breaks the trap. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. From that moment on, every swipe feels different. Every purchase feels intentional. Every dollar starts working for you instead of disappearing from you. And that's when everything changes. Not overnight, but permanently. Because true financial control doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your behavior.